And good morning, we have made it to day 6, the final day on this South Downs way hike, and today's destination is Eastbourne.
Feeling a little bit down today, but I'm sure I'll be able to power through it.
Yeah, the slight setback from yesterday's hike, losing a mile at the end, kind of put me in a negative mindset. But today we are going to turn it around and reach that final goal.
Yes, I'm almost at South East Station, where my sister picked me up from. It was about 5 minutes, which I've just walked. She dropped me up a little bit further up, because I think where she picked me up was a private road. So we worked out the miles and she dropped me further up so that I walked back. It is coming up to 9, I think now. Then I should get there, get to Eastbourne by 7, just before sundown. But I'm hoping to get there a little bit early, but I'm not going to push it today, just because it's not worth it with the blister.
So what was supposed to be 16.5 miles today is going to be 17.5 with that extra mile there at the start from yesterday's walk. There are 5 distinctive rivers named Ouse in England, and this River Ouse here in Lewis is a tidal river running 35 miles down to New Haven at the coast. And I have reached South East Station, which runs 1 stop back to Lewis, which is where I was going to walk to yesterday. So it's officially 16.5 miles from here.
More or less the heel tackled, but the shoes aren't looking good. But yeah, I can see a bit of blue sky. Ooh!
Yep, we are now at the top of the famous Itford Hill at 500 foot high. It surprisingly is 150 foot less than all the other hills that I've climbed.
There's literally a bunch of cows right in the way.
I was lucky really, because there was one main cow right at the back that just started mooing and yelling at the rest of the cows, and after he started doing that and walking into the herd, they all started to follow and walk up the pathway towards the end. There must have been at least 25 cows all in this one stretch.
Twist my ankle in the meantime. Thanks for that, lads. The shoes are now soaked. I've had to go on the long grass. The sun's coming out, which is nice. Feeling good. Back on form again. It's another foggy, misty kind of morning this morning. It's a tricky one. I'd rather have weather like this and it be cool and chill and a bit rainy and miserable than beating hot sun like it was yesterday.
And I'd just like to point out that this scary little spot that looks like a tick was in fact a bit of tiramisu from the night before, and I didn't actually notice this here until I'd finished the hike.
I've been walking for about 3 hours and I'm starting to feel like myself, and my blister is fine, I can't feel it at all. And I mean, I got in my sister's car this morning and I said to her, like, it doesn't feel like I've walked all these miles, all these days. It just feels like I've just got up at yours, you know, like
sister put a little lunch bag together for me, which was really kind. She put some raisins and little snacky bits in there, as well as a nice cheese and cucumber sandwich. I was well made up. Feeling pretty refreshed after lunch. There's a bit of a steep climb down this hill into Alfriston here. I don't think I'll stop at Alfriston. I've been to Alfriston before. I'll have a little nose, get the camera out type thing, but I've already had lunch now, so I think I'll take a slow stroll straight up that hill, which I assume is going over by near Longman, and then it's not too far from there. It's about 7 miles from there, so I kind of lost count on the miles now. Like I asked some people back there earlier on, and they were like, oh no, we've still got another 16 to go, we're just celebrating going past 10 miles now. So I was like, oh, fair enough. So then that means that I'd done 84 miles at that point, and I'm just finishing up the last sort of 9-8 at the minute. God, this is steep down here. Yeah, there was a sign just at the top of this hill before I descended, and I was like, ooh, how steep can it be? It was pretty steep. I really had to slow down for this one. Looks like the hills over in Devil's Dyke yesterday has completely destroyed my headphones. I walked under some telephone pole thing yesterday and it cut my headphones out from the music, and now when I plug it in, it's just not connecting to the phone, which is a shame. And I have reached Alfriston, where I'm going to walk up the little high street until I reach the church and cross the river. About 4.5 hours now. I've got about 3 miles to Jevonston, and I'm going to take another break. Got Alfriston down there, we just came up from down there. That I actually know. I remember there was a load of sheep coming up there and going over that hedge, and we were coming down here, which is quite a steep hill. It's better to come down, not been up it yet, and then we turned into that bit there to go down to
Alfriston Forest and kind of, so it's a Longman Circular, which I've led about 2 or 3 times. I think I've led it now. I remember coming down this hill, but I don't like the idea of going up it. It doesn't feel like when I've done it as a Longman Circular. It feels completely strange. So we've come across our first Southdowns Way sign since Alfriston. It hasn't got any markings as to how far we are from anywhere, but that was a bit of a pickle. I got lost a couple of times because the rest of the sign says Bridle Pathway, and I was like, I don't really want to follow that. And the app didn't catch up, so at least I know I'm on my way now. And it is this way, thanks to that Southdowns Way sign. But yeah, that was could have done with maybe a couple more further on there.
From Alfriston, the Southdowns Way splits, offering a coastal path and an inland bridle way.
This is another reason why I wanted to do this walk, the Alfriston Southdowns Way. I've never, this is like, I've come off the track that I've led a group a couple of times, straight arm down on here, and I'm like, I've never seen new stuff, you know? I want to see this little bit of forest. I was probably never going to see it again. Well, I assume we're not too far from, I'm going to put my feet up for a bit.
Yeah, I'm not too far from Jeviston, but this little bench looked too inviting not to stop before I reached that point, which was a stone's throw away, with little to no seats for stopping.
Oh yeah.
That was definitely an interesting sit on that bench. There was quite a few different people passing me on that crossroads.
Four miles to go on this 100-mile walk. That's another 2.5 hours at this speed.
I was committed to snail's pace on this last stretch, and mostly just to take it all in before it ended.
I can see Eastbourne Pier in sight. It's literally just peering down that little bit there. Just having a slow stroll across the downs now, coming into Eastbourne. The whole hike from start to finish has been really hilly, but I'd say today and between Amberley and Brighton were probably the flattest.
You can choose either route on this last section, however the inland route is definitely less demanding. And I was so grateful for that after feeling pretty shattered at this point, with only 2-ish miles left to go before I finish the hike.
So I'm a stone's throw away from Beachy Head and the descend down into Eastbourne where the little sign is. I was thinking I would definitely walk that again. I really enjoyed that. Would I go with a big bag again? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everyone that's picked up that bag along the way are like, whew, it will definitely make me stronger, that's for sure, because I won't be doing that again. The next time I go on the Southdowns without my kitchen sink, I'll be fucking singing and skipping. The goal is to get to that 100-mile mark sign. And I've never actually been up there and seen this either, this thing approaching now, so I don't know what that is all about, but we'll give that a good old look.
Nothing against the bag I enjoyed wearing, I just will be packing it a lot lighter next time, doubling down on protein bars which were actually quite heavy combined together, as I only fueled on 1 a day as opposed to the 2 a day I'd packed for. As well as the 3 pairs of shoes, I only really needed the ones I had on, and the ultra lightweight pair of water shoes, which I didn't wear in the end but are definitely worth packing. Which brings me on to the most heaviest thing in my bag and an absolute necessity for packing. A 3D Hydro 2 litre water bladder and 2 500ml collapsible water bottles, adding up to a total of 3 litres a day. Taking 2 separate water bottles meant I had one to easily refill and the other to add electrolytes to. And I'd highly recommend the water bladder that I had because from the get-go it had zero plastic taste, unlike the others that I had bought in the past. And I will link this along with other favourite items in the description below. Absolutely gorgeous. Sun for the finale. This is the last ascend. Kind of sad. I did get a little bit emotional there at the end once I spotted the path down to Eastbourne, feeling overwhelmed with the great sense of personal achievement and realising that going back to work is only a few days away.
I couldn't have finished it on a better day. But like my favourite trees in the distance there, it's got a nice glow to it, a nice orange sundown glow as I make my descent down off of the South Downs and out and past the 100-mile mark. South Downs way. Last couple of signs now. Look at that tree. I remember I came up in here fog once trying to do a little hike and I got about as far as that tree, which is my favourite tree in Eastbourne, and I sat under it and I was like, well, I made it this far. It was literally all around that tree. It was like a white room. I felt like it was just me and the tree. It was kind of cool. But then after this tree it goes down, it literally dips down right under. I guess most people who have done it are probably celebrating at this point. Whee! Oh! Is that a... It is! Got the last sighting of a pheasant. Didn't think I'd see one of them again. The last few steps down to the end of the downs. Thank you so much for joining. It's been an absolute journey of a week. And I'm going to miss walking, but I definitely need to get home and get some rest now. And I'll see you on the next walk. This is amazing! I'm in Penthouse Suite at the View, and I've literally got the view of the Downs in the background there. Good.
Finished the day off with a well-deserved locally sourced beer.